I'm Kate Rohde, I'm a clinical negligence lawyer.
So what do you mean by duty of candour?
I think that that's a very interesting question, and as lawyers we're very conversant with the idea. It's been knocked around for a long time in the context of healthcare, and a lot of ink is currently being spilt about how a duty of candour would be defined, how high the bar would be set for a duty of candour. Does it have to be serious harm to a patient, or is it just a suspicion that something's gone wrong? And as a lawyer I have a slightly different take, because we have long had this duty of candour. I think that's evolved because of the nature of a legal partnership, which means you have both responsibilities to your partners, but also, above all, responsibility to your client. And the sort of formal duty of candour means that everybody accepts that your client's needs and your responsibility to your client comes above that of your responsibility to your partners. The language of partnership is often used when we're talking about healthcare issues. And I think it reflects a changing in attitude, that the patient is coming into the centre of the picture, and it's beginning to be acknowledged that the patient needs a transparent and honest discussion with the healthcare providers, and that a duty of candour is one of the ways of actually embodying that.
And is this a new idea?
No, it's not. It's been discussed for quite a while, particularly among patient representatives, groups like AVMA, Action Against Medical Accidents. It was something that, for me, I discussed in a response to a consultation paper in early 2011 that actually related to the whistleblower legislation and the changes around that, because it seemed to me that one of the fundamental issues when you're looking at whistleblowing is if you're expecting other people to expose other people's failings, surely there has to be a corresponding responsibility to be able to say, look, I may have made a mistake here. And indeed I think that that is a confident and mature thing for a healthcare system to offer the patients.
Are you confident that a duty of candour can deliver the cultural change that we need?
I feel that it's a step towards culture change. I think that we often see sort of sweeping changes in healthcare, that everything moves off in one direction, everything moves off in another direction. And I think that it's quite a simple thing. It doesn't need to be hugely complicated, that could just start to refocus the thought process of the healthcare providers. And I think that the way that healthcare is delivered at the moment has moved away from being patient focused, and the public outcry at things like the mid-staffs scandals show that there is a real need for a different debate with the public. And I think that that has to be an informed debate, and part of that is actually coming clean when things have gone wrong.
So why a duty of candour now?
Because of the public awareness of the shortcomings of the NHS in a way that they've never been aware before. You cannot open a newspaper, turn on the television at the moment without seeing something about the health service. And I think that there's a tension here, because part of the problem of the health service is that it's all played out in such a political arena. There are so many competing interests, and it seems to me that a lot of the drive from the good trusts that are doing spectacularly well, and so many trusts are doing so well, and there is fantastic advances in medicine up and down the land. Doctors are doing fantastic things, but when things go wrong, you have to learn from it, and mature, confident trusts do that. And actually, increasingly we've seen very good serious untoward incident reporting and things like that. I think it's just one step further along that good, positive pathway to say we need to tell the patient that something has gone wrong here, and they need to be involved in the process of inspecting that set of circumstances. it may mean actually that quite a lot of people decide to take it no further than that. They've had their questions answered. Others may choose to litigate and land up with lawyers like me. But I think even then it's a positive, because it becomes a far more streamlined process where people are actually acting in a very collaborative way to try and get to the bottom of a problem. But I think with a good and mature and well thought out duty of candour, actually you might see a decrease in unmeritorious claims being pursued.